Hey, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be on. Pleasure to come back here to Uganda, the pearl of Africa, my home country, especially here for the African Blockchain Conference. So I'm just honored to be here.
We love to have you, man. So tell us about your background.
Well, I was born here in Kampala, Uganda. I left when I was 8 years old, back in 1997, to go to America with my family. My dad went there for his doctorate. The whole family stayed there. And I didn't come back until last year. So over 21 years, right? But now I'm back again, 2 years in a row, right? So trying to make this something consistent, right? I work as an investor in the crypto space, right? I'm a partner at 100x Advisors. It's a blockchain investment company. I'm also known for creating content online on YouTube for crypto, from doing reviews of blockchain projects and metrics, right? If you've ever seen anybody doing reviews for projects via a spreadsheet, I'm that guy.
Wow, beautiful.
Everybody keeps saying about how they're trying to bank the unbanked via blockchain. Well, Africa is the next frontier. Most of the unbanked are here in Africa, right? And blockchain technology is going to really help disrupt and remove the friction that most people had when it comes to being part of the banking ecosystem and economy, right? For example, M-Pesa in Kenya and East Africa has really blown up, right? And how people were able to basically skip landlines and go straight to mobile phones, and then use that as a way to transact through the economy. Now imagine if all of that gets even disrupted even more via technology, right? Because blockchain is the next thing. It's the biggest technology since the internet itself, right? Now, if that technology is in the power of people here in Africa, what does that do? That empowers them even more, right? Because if the internet has empowered Africa already and really has given them access to education and anything over the internet, what's the next internet going to do? It's going to disrupt everything, but financially as well. Anybody, anywhere, all over the world can send money across the world, transact, raise money. They now become part of the global economy.
But are Africans ready for this?
They have to be. Because if you're not ready, you get left behind.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Because Charles Darwin said it best, right? Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Right? It's not the strongest species or the smartest. It's the species that's able to adapt the most. So you have to either adapt or die.
So events like this, from your perspective, should we replicate it all over Africa? Because it seems...
Oh yeah, absolutely, right? Because this is just the beginning of a movement.
Yeah.
Right? So the idea is for this to kind of grow and spread and germinate and really go viral, right? Evangelize crypto, blockchain, all over Africa. Not just East Africa, West Africa, South Africa, North Africa, all over Africa, all over the world, right? Because this is the center of the unbanked population, and we have to really get them and educate them, right? So I think having events like this where people can come and learn and ask questions, meet people they can possibly work with, whether they're entrepreneurs, whether they're developers, or people who are doing services and they're trying to get involved in the blockchain space. This is really where everything starts, right? Like for me, people say, hey, how did Ian start? Yes, I was doing everything, but it wasn't until I went to my first conference and met real people in person building amazing things, and I said, you know what, this is real.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's one thing to read something online, but when you actually meet the people face to face and say, okay, you know what, this person is not crazy, this person is smart.
Yeah.
Right? And these people are smart, because when I got involved in crypto, I thought everybody here was just a bunch of
crazy
people, anarchists,
libertarians,
drug dealers, dark web, Silk Road, right? But when I went to conferences, I was like, these guys are working for IBM, Google, Microsoft, big, well-known corporations. They're stand-up people. They look legit, right? So that gave me more confidence to get more involved in the space.
I see.
So I think having events like this, where people can come in person and see people like us, and say, okay, you know what, these guys are real. Right? These guys are legit. They aren't just people from Silk Road or whatever. Right? This is something that maybe I can put my career into.
Libra, what's your opinion on that? Any impact on the whole
I love it.
blockchain?
I love it.
Wow.
Because 2 billion people getting access to blockchain and crypto. The onboarding machine Facebook is going to change everything, right? A rising boat lifts all tides. I know all the anarchists and the idealists in crypto hate it because it's centralized, but but it will get people involved in crypto as they learn more about it, they can then discover other currencies like Bitcoin.
Aren't you concerned about how Facebook sometimes goes down? Even yesterday and today, it's been down. And then the fact that they censor people?
Yeah, but I mean, everything nowadays is censored, to be honest. Right? I mean, people complain about censorship, but I know so many people who complain about censorship who are trying to censor me. Right? So like, whether it's Twitter, social media, right?
Telegram or whatever.
The same people who want decentralization are the ones trying to censor other people from their points of views.
Okay.
Right? So I think being truly decentralized is very, very idealistic. I don't think it's really going to happen, right? I think we'll have semi-decentralization, right? But nobody wants to have total chaos, right? I feel like there's still control. Just look at people, not by what they say, but by their actions. Exactly. People say, hey, we want true decentralization, but how many people are actually trading on DEXs? They're all going to centralized exchanges.
And they keep keeping that money there.
Yeah, and the bonds, from Coinbase to Binance to Huobi, all these exchanges, that's where the money is.
What about the $10 million node?
Yeah, because
you have to have $10 million before you
Libra?
before you can run a node on Libra.
That's just the initial process to filter out the, I guess, the riffraff, basically.
Right? But crypto came to dent inequality.
Yes, but you have to understand how they're viewing things, right? They're a publicly traded company. They can't just come in here and make a big splash without any checks and balances, any filtration system, right? Because otherwise it's going to turn into Silk Road all over again, right? So they do have a plan for decentralization, right? But they said it's going to take 5 years, right? So this is just the initial phase as they work out the kinks. Once it's ready to go, then they'll send it out there and it'll be truly decentralized. But I mean, Facebook isn't going to solve everything for blockchain and crypto.
But do you think it's going to come out eventually, looking at the headlines from the U.S. Congress?
I don't think the government can really stop it, right? I mean, the cat's out of the bag already. Okay. Right? So they can try to slow it down, but that's just going to make them look stupid, right? Because I've seen the videos of those people asking questions. These people probably don't even know how to send emails, some of them. Right?
Those old men in Congress.
And they're trying to regulate crypto?
Yeah.
Right? So
how do you do that?
This is way beyond their system, their comprehension, right? And this is something that's going to happen. I think as those old people retire and get out of Congress and more younger people come in, whether millennials or even old people who are more educated, right? Yeah. Who know about blockchain, right? Because I know there's some presidential candidates in the States who are...
Even Ron Paul, he has been to consensus and...
pro-crypto, pro-blockchain. I think that's what we need, right? We basically have to clean Congress.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you're right. So before you go, what message do you have for the African youth concerning blockchain, cryptocurrencies?
I mean, it's the future. Don't get left behind, right? Don't get left behind, right? Adapt, right? Survival of the fittest.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good to have you.